Hi, I'd like to talk a little bit about the student loans today. My daughter is strapped into a student loan, and I know she's continuing on in it for the masters and whatever else that they offer, so that it doesn't stop and she has to begin to pay back a loan that she can't afford. I think these student loans work much like the housing market did. It wasn't about the homes. It was all in the loan and allowing anyone to qualify for them. And remember what happened in '08. Everything came down. Seems to me the student loans work much the same way. It's all about the loan business. It's not really about educating the students as much. And anyone can get an education. Many of them cannot afford those loans, and there are no full-time jobs. It's a bunch of baloney as far as I'm concerned. And with this health insurance that's being offered, they're expecting the young people to come in and make up the difference for all the old sick ones. Something is terribly amiss, and a lot is being expected on a generation who was somewhat entitled and actually grew up in much better times, and a lot of civil rights law which really protected them from the hard lumps of life. I think they catch on real fast. Young people are smart people. There have always been smart people in the world. I know that I worked in Silicon Valley when I was young, through the 70s into the early 80s, and I worked with engineers that came from around the world. And I remember the East Indian engineers telling me that a lot of people had educations in India. The problem was there were no jobs. But the difference for them, the government paid for their people to get those educations. They were probably looking at the future of India, and it keeps a lot of people out of trouble too. So they had the right idea there. But here in the U.S., they can't write off those loans. And young people, I do see a lot of them as not having any options. You hear it all the time on the radio and everything. People aren't finding the kind of work they need, so they decide to go back to school for a master's in nursing or this or that, because there really aren't any other choices. I am concerned about all this, and I feel as if this is another ploy, a Ponzi scheme to make money, and it has enslaved people into loans in a country where there really are no jobs right now. I have a strong feeling about it. And if you'd like to make a comment, please leave it in the comment section below.